Well, hello there. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Miggy Mike's Milagros. And today's topic, we're going to go ahead and talk about ethics. Should you be doing that? And is it really worth it? Right? These are things that a lot of people are going to go back and forth about, if you should do a work, if you shouldn't do a work. In one of my other videos, I was just talking about love work, right? And I was giving pointers and examples and the different things that should you be doing love work on someone? Is it a little too coercive? Are there better ways to go ahead and achieve your goal? And there's lots of different things, and you're going to get a bunch of different comments, and you're going to get a bunch of different advice and all that good stuff. So this is just my 2 cents, y'all. Ethics. Should you do work on someone, for someone, on something, against someone, etc., family members, friends, enemies, whatever, right? I mean, the list goes on and on. We can come up with lots of reasons of justifying why we do things. So this is my take on it. Ethically, I feel that do as to others as they would do unto you. An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. Call me Old Testament, but I am not one to get slapped in the face and turn the cheek. I'm not there yet. Gracias a Dios. I love you, my brother Jesus. I'm not there yet. That's definitely, I'm Old Testament, and I definitely think that when a work calls to be done, that there's a time and a place for everything. I do think that sometimes the harsher works that a lot of people don't want to talk about are definitely justified, and they should be done, and they can be done. So with that said, let's talk about ethics. Should you do a coercive work on a partner because they're treating you wrong, or they're stepping out on you, or they're controlling all the money and controlling what you do and all that kind of stuff? In my opinion, if it's justified and if they're really treating you that unfairly and they're really treating you that fucked up, without a doubt, there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to level the playing field. There's no reason why you should be treated in such a way when you don't deserve it. That also sometimes that's something that you have to evaluate for yourself. Is it worth being in the relationship? Is it worth doing this work? And sometimes it is. Sometimes financially you rely on the other person, and you need food on the table for your family and for your loved ones. And sometimes you do need to be in that relationship, and that's okay. If you have to be in that relationship and it's causing you to be in pain, do work that you need to do in order to alleviate that pain. Now, don't get into the manipulative shit where it's like, now I'm gonna fucking show you what it was like and all that shit that you did to me. No. Miggy Mike ain't saying that. What I'm saying is balance it out. Balance it out. And maybe sometimes it's not worth being in that relationship, and maybe you need to do other work. Maybe you need to do work to get you a little more financially stable if that's a situation you're in. Or maybe you need to think about marriage counseling. Maybe there's other avenues that you haven't thought about that need to be done, but there's definitely a time and a place where you have to be heavy-handed. There's definitely a time and place where you need to take the bull by the horns and you need to get shit done, because it's not going to get done and it's not right the way it is now, right? For me, the way that I was taught by my elders is, as long as the work is justified, you got nothing to worry about. Now, the reason why I say you got nothing to worry about is because you can do any work you want. You can do some coercive work. You can do some fucked up work. You can do some stuff to your people or to people that ain't your people and really mess them up. Now, if they know what they're doing, they're going to go ahead and be able to reverse that if it wasn't justified. If your work is justified, they can light a fucking 1,000 candles on your ass and nothing's going to happen, because the work was justified. Because what you did was in accordance with the gods, and it helped bring balance to the universe, and the universe wants balance. So make sure that you're walking that fine line. Make sure that when you're praying, you're go ahead and praying for that balance. You're praying for that justified work. You're praying for that Holy Spirit to bless and empower the work so that it is justified, and so that things are right, and so that the wrongs are righted. So you're not getting fucked up, so that what you're doing and what the spirits are doing are going to go ahead and bring balance and bring about the change that needs to happen and that should happen, right? So what you're going to go ahead and do is do the work that you need to do, but it shouldn't be too heavy-handed. And that's why you should leave it up to the spirits, because the spirits know better than we do what should be done, right? And it'll help you out a lot more if you pray to them for guidance, if you pray to them to remove the obstacles, if you pray to them to help bring balance to your relationship, or anything like that. So now I do want to say this: in witchcraft, right? In old European witchcraft, in Mexican brujeria, in doing hechizos and hiring witches and brujos, brujas, and all that, hechiceras, for the right price, they're gonna do any work that you say. This idea that people say, oh, you shouldn't do this or you can't do that, that's not true. For the right price, you can get anyone to do any kind of work for you that you want. Now, if you and the worker need to figure out what the right price is, because you got to understand that when a worker takes on a work for you, they're taking on part of the responsibility, because they should be ethically and responsibly aware of what it is that they're doing. If they don't know what they're doing, if they're like maybe don't go to that worker, because they're questioning themselves on whether or not they can get the work done, one. And two, if they should even be doing the work. Why are you going to go to someone that doubts the work that they're supposed to be doing for you? That just doesn't make sense to me. So, now to give you better advice on the different routes that you can go, that's a whole other thing. But I'll leave that up to whatever worker you decide to go with. But you have to understand that this idea that, oh, magic won't work unless you get someone's permission, or, the law of three, depending on your system, if you're Wiccan or you subscribe to this idea of the law of three, that's cool. And I've heard from different people the different ways that works. That sometimes it'll come back to you 3 times in this world, sometimes it's a physical, spiritual, mental thing, sometimes it'll hit you 3 different times, 3 different points in your life. Like, that's cool. If that's the path that you walk, that's cool. I don't walk that path. And for my elders in conjure and my elders in witchcraft, that's not the case. You can do witchcraft on someone, whether or not they know about it, whether or not it's good or it's bad. If that wasn't the case, no one would be able to curse people. I mean, it just, yeah. So you can do fucked up work. You can do messed up work. You can do good, just like you can do healing for someone, just like when people in the churches light a candle for someone that's at home in bed because they're sick or whatever the reason is. You can do that work without someone's approval. The spirits are going to intercede. Where you're going to have an issue with, and a lot of people, I don't know if they understand this, but a lot of people maybe forget that just like you got a spiritual court, just like you have ancestors, just like you have guardians and guides and gods, so do they. So you got to be on point, because if you fuck with someone and turns out they do some brujeria, or they got that one tia or that one grandma that go ahead and they go to church and they do their rosary every morning, every night, and they light their velas for their spirits and all that, you better be careful, because if that family member is praying for that person, you're going to get your ass whooped if you do not know what it is that you're getting into. You have to understand that there's a lot more at play than just what meets the eye, especially with spiritual work. You can come across some little old lady and think like, oh, she's so silly, but she's a fucking powerhouse and she's the one that makes sure the family's all good and good, you know? So you gotta be really aware, and you have to be really responsible and know the risk that you're taking on, especially if you're doing work that's unjustified. If the person knows what they're doing, or someone in their family decides, hey, I think you need a limpia. Hey, I think you need a cleansing. Hey, I think you need a reversal. You better be careful, because if they do it and your work is unjustified, your ass is gonna get messed up. So I'm not here to impose any you should or shouldn't do this. I'm here simply to remind y'all, should you do these things? Is it worth what you're willing to do? Because I've done some fucked up work, and it is what it is, and that's okay. Like, it was justified in my opinion, and if it ain't, and the person knows what the fuck they're doing, yo, it is what it is. I got me, my spirits got me. I ain't even worried about it, because I'm good, right? Because I know I'm justified, so it's all good. So I'm not here to tell you what's right or what's wrong. I'm here more to just give a little bit of advice, to say, is it worth doing that work? And even if you go through a professional, no one understand that you are the one that hired them. Just like in court, if your ass hires a hitman, the hitman is gonna get in trouble. Fucking, that's bad. It's wrong. You shouldn't go out fucking killing people. You're also gonna get in trouble, because you're the one that hired them to do it. So understand and know that you are partly responsible for any of the work that you do, whether it's you doing it directly or it's you hiring someone else to do it. You are responsible, because you were the catalyst of change. You were the one that decided, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I'm gonna do what whatever work it is needs to be done, whether it's love domination, whether it's enemy work, whether it's a boss fix, whether it's my friend needs to hear me more, whether it's, oh, well, I don't like that competition that I have, so I'm going to fucking curse their business. Whatever it is, hey, do you, but understand and know that one, if they know what they're doing and you were unjustified, that shit's going to come back to you. And you better hope that it don't come back even worse, because there's a lot of people, my elders, you know, they teach me a lot of work that you can do to give them back, and a little bit of fucking extra. Just a little bit extra to say, yeah, now you're on your fucking ass, and guess what? Do it again, and you're not going to get back up. Just saying, just saying. So, do whatever it is you feel is right. Just know that do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Someone fucks me over, you better believe that I'm going to pay them back. An eye for an eye. I ain't playing. But also, if they didn't do anything wrong, or they're just being more of a nuisance, maybe I'm just going to, you know, get a little tapa boca cameras to shut them the hell up. Maybe I'm just going to, you know, put them in the freezer to just, you know, stop them from fucking talking or moving in my direction anymore. I don't know. You know, the list can go on. If you know who they are, if you don't, that varies and that changes up the work a little bit. But just know that you are responsible for the work that you do. You are always responsible for the work that you do. That's a part of being a mature spiritual person. It's a part of being a spiritually adult, right? Because a lot of people, when they get into this stuff, it's like they're a baby, like in Christianity, they're a baby Christian. I've heard this TikTok thingy. I'm not on TikTok, but I heard it through Facebook. People are calling themselves baby witches, and that's cool. Like whatever titles and stuff you want to give yourself, that's whatever. But just know that this work that you do, you are accountable for and you are responsible for. And I'm not here to tell you which way is the right way, which way is the wrong way. Some people believe in karma, other people don't. Some people believe that it's not worth the fight. Some people say, fucking, I want to be on the offensive and not have to be in a defensive position. You know, so that's up to you. My thing here is just know what it is that you're getting into. If you're willing to pay the price, then go for it. Do whatever it is that you need to do in order to get what you need to get done. That's it. That's it. Be responsible ethically. And understand and know this. I do want to add this one last thing before I go. Understand and know this. That this spiritual work that you do, let's say for example, you do some work to somebody and it's enemy work. Let's say that you fuck someone up, right? Let's say that they end up breaking their leg or whatever. They get in a car crash, but they're okay. Well, you know, relatively okay, whatever. Maybe you go after their business, whatever. A couple of examples. Their partner, their relationship, whatever, right? Understand and know this. If they know what they're doing and they reverse that work, let's say you're all protected, you're all suited up and all that good stuff, right? Your spirit's got you, you're protected. Know and understand this. That splashback might not hit you, but it could go to someone else around you and one of your loved ones. So always make sure, again, see, that's when even more responsibility comes in, because are you willing to pay the price? Again, you might think that, oh, it's just going to hit me and I'm okay. It might not be the case. It might go to your partner. It might go to one of your kids. It might go to your favorite tia, your favorite grandpa or grandma. Like, maybe at work. Maybe your fucking relationships at work because you fucked up their relationship at home. Maybe your relationships at work ain't really working anymore. You guys are having bad communication, whatever it is. Just understand and know that you need to be protected all around. You need to really see if the work is justified in order to get it done. You will find a professional that will be willing to get their hands dirty for you, but know this. They're not the only ones getting their spirit dirty. You're getting a little bit of that shit on you too, because they wouldn't be doing the work if you didn't ask them to. So just know that, make sure that all your people are protected. Make sure all your spirits got all your people, and you're doing that work that you need to do in order to keep all y'all protected. So that way, if you do that kind of work, at least you're protected. That's why, in my opinion, only thing I'll say, justified work, y'all. Do the work when it's justified. You ain't gonna have no splashback. You ain't gonna have no motherfuckers that are gonna be able to light a reversal candle on you, because it ain't gonna do shit, right? So stay protected, stay covered. Make sure that ethically you're working correctly and responsibly. You ain't gonna have no problems. That's all I wanted to say. I'll get off the soapbox now. Just wanted to say that piece. God's bless you guys. Take care. Make sure y'all, again, as always, you're praying and thanking your spirits so that they can pray for you, so that they can elevate you. As you bless them, they bless you. As you elevate them, they elevate you. As you give them offerings, they will bless your life with the bounties that are amazing. Just by a little thing. So Take care, y'all. God's bless you.